Steven
Shaffner.
Shaffner. I'm learning how to say it.
We'll get it.
We'll get it there.
Yes.
You're brand new to the community, so you'll learn that I mess up everybody's name.
All good.
And I might even give you a different name.
That works
Just
too.
okay.
I've been called a lot.
I have you. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
You are the president and CEO of the San Antonio Citizens Federal Credit Union.
Yes.
And you just moved here.
We did. We've been here about 3 months. Absolutely loving it.
I
Love
know.
the area.
Don't you? We'll
Love
talk.
the weather. Love all of it.
Yes, and
Yes.
you came from Virginia.
Born and raised in Virginia, just up the North Carolina line. We've lived for the last 17 years in North Carolina, just outside of Charlotte.
Oh, no, that's beautiful too.
It was a beautiful area. Hard to leave.
That is hard to leave.
Yes.
That's on my list of places. If anything came open,
Yes.
that would.
We love it down here.
So, did the credit union bring? That's what brought you here.
Yes, credit union brought me here. Over the last probably 3 or 4 years, I've had the goal of getting to a CEO position. I've had conversations several different areas, and this one just fit. This one it's an amazing institution.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I expected. Great employees, great board of directors, and a phenomenal community. It's just a dream job, honestly.
It is. So, welcome to Chamber Chatter.
Thank you.
This is our Chamber podcast here in the Emery's Rock Realty. I get it messed up every single time. It's a mouthful.
It is.
And here's their nice little logo. And we just have conversations with our chamber members and our stakeholders. And I don't know what our viewership is yet, so I don't know if anybody will see or hear us. But nonetheless, we're going to have a talk.
Yeah.
And you do have a great team, by the way, at the credit union. I've had the privilege of working with them since I've been here. I've got to watch it grow.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
It is. I got to watch the Wesley Chapel building come out of the ground, and just see what you guys do for our community. It's so impressive. And I know you're just still learning all of that, but just want to remind you that you have very deep roots in this community.
Yes, and that's one of the things that sold me on the institution, honestly. It's a community-driven organization. And to your point, we have an excellent team there. The team really cares about the membership, really cares about making an impact in the community. And to me, that's important. To me, that's one of the reasons that we exist as a credit union.
Absolutely.
And honestly, the main reason. So it was great to get in and see they had that same outlook. They had that same perspective on wanting to make a difference. And then to get in the doors and see the employees that really care about our membership. They really care about just doing the right thing at the end of the day. And it's like I said earlier, it's been a dream come true.
That's so awesome. So when you started your career, did you start in banking?
Well, funny story. No, I got straight out of college and I went to work. I lived in a small town of Virginia. I went to work for an oil company. So it's exactly what you think it is. I was measuring the amount of oil in tanks and this and that. And, my wife and I got married, and we sit around in our small town for about 6 months, and we're like, we got to get out. We're not using our education. We've got to get out. And we made this agreement that 6 months into marriage, whoever got the job first, that's where we would move.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and honestly, best thing we've ever done. I miss my hometown, love my hometown. We still go back there quite often, but we ended up just outside of Baltimore, and we lived in Maryland, Baltimore, Pennsylvania area for about 5.5 years. Then we moved down to Charlotte after that, and I got my start in the financial world up in Maryland. Learned a ton. And was with an institution where you got to do everything from the start to the finish. I mean, you were making loans all the way to collecting loans. It was the whole 9 yards, and it was just great education. At that point, still wasn't in the credit union world. Moved to Charlotte and joined a credit union there. At that point, didn't know a lot about what a credit union was. And then honestly got in and just fell in love with the whole credit union movement as a whole. And it's been a dream ride for the last 18, 19 years just to get to do all that.
Let's talk about credit union and the difference, because you guys have a little bit more latitude and flexibility when it comes to loans and things of that nature. So educate us a little bit on the difference between a normal banking institution.
Yeah, it's very similar from the outside as far as products, services, and everything that we offer versus what a bank offers. So very, very similar. You're going to see your mortgages, car loans. You're going to see checking account, all those same things. The biggest difference is exactly what you talked about, Hope. It's the latitude that we have. So we don't. Our institution is small. We serve just this community, just this area, Eastern Pasco. And what that enables us to do is look at not just a number, a credit score, or anything like that, but look at the whole person, look at the whole situation. And it gives us the latitude to be able to make decisions because our underwriting for loans is here.
Mhm.
You know, everyone's in an office here and they understand the area, they understand what's going on in the area. They understand a lot of these situations that we have to deal with. So yeah, we don't have these guidelines that we must follow that just are our blanket guideline. It gives us a lot more latitude to make decisions and to help people out that otherwise might not get that help. We have a mission, which is we say we want to empower dreams to be realized. And we try to live that each and every day. We try to look at what's the situation and can we make a decision on this? Can we help this person? Because at the end of the day, our goal is to help the person get to a better place. Whether that dream is to have a house one day, to have a car, or if it's just to get out of some, troubled debt or something like that. Everybody's at different stages in their life, and we just want to help them get to that next step, whatever that looks like.
Credit unions, when I first got introduced to credit unions, my mom was an educator in the school system, and so we were able to join a credit union based on that.
Yes.
So there used to be very strict rules for joining a credit union. San Antonio is sprouted out of San Antonio, Florida, not
Yes.
Texas. So what are your requirements, if you will, to join your credit union?
Yeah, so we got our name because that's exactly what you said. We come out of San Antonio. That's initially where we served in just that area only. We've now grown to where we essentially serve everybody in the Eastern Pasco County. So live, work, worship, Eastern Pasco County, we can get you joined. We also have a part of Hernando County, so we're able to serve them as well. And we're looking at how do we continue to grow that footprint so we're able to serve more members. But there's still those qualifications there. But we can usually get someone through the door if they're interested in joining. We'll make every effort we can to get them joined.
So at my previous chamber in Pensacola, we were able to connect with the local credit union through the chamber. And if our chamber members were members of our chamber, they could be a member of your credit union. So I'd love to talk about that. If we can make that happen. I happen to know one of the board members.
I would love that. I would love that. Yeah, we're always looking for associations that we can work with, that we can enable more people to join. The more people that can join, the better for the organization,
Absolutely.
the better for the membership, because we don't have owners or shareholders like a bank. It all goes back to the membership because our membership is our owner at the end of the day.
I know that. That's our jam here. I have 600 bosses, so
Very similar. Yeah,
yes.
very similar.
And so you guys are so involved in the community, and I think that is part of your success as a community and going out of San Antonio, which I don't know exactly how many residents San Antonio has.
Just under 1,000.
Under 1,000. It's still tiny.
Yeah.
It's tiny, but going out into the communities that you serve, being a part of events and supporting schools. Speak a little bit to that and the methodology, because I know you're going to keep that going.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to be visible in the community as more than just a financial institution. We want to be there for events, whether it's Christmas events, whether it's holidays, whatever that looks like. We want to be there for that. But another key piece of what we try to do is we try to do financial education to the community. A lot of us grew up and didn't have any financial education through schools or anything. It's not something that's very prevalent. We want to do more of that. Anytime we get the chance, whether it's in schools, whether it's at lunch and learn, whether it's anything like that, we want to sit down and do as much financial education as we can to help our members and even people that aren't members get to a better spot. So that's really important to us, just to be visible throughout the community and then to educate our community on finances as much as possible.
that financial literacy piece, I think that we got lost. I think our generation
Yeah.
got lost in that. And, now the schools are starting to bring in that component. I think it should be a whole class, a whole semester long, write checks, learn
Yes.
what compound interest is, because you're going to get that stupid credit card on the first day of college.
Agreed. And most of us make the mistake and then learn.
Yes.
That's the way we had to learn, and that's not always the best way to learn.
No, it's not. Trust me, it's not. Student loan debt, not. There's things that we just did to survive or make it.
That's
And,
it.
and in my generation, I think we're probably close in the same. It was, all right, credit cards are how we're going to do it. Mom didn't have the money to send me to college, so
Yeah.
student loans, credit cards.
You make it however you can make it. And, there's a time and a place for all of it. And it's just how you use it and being educated and know how to use it.
Wisely.
And that's really where most of us didn't get that education, didn't get that understanding until you make the mistake, and then you learn that way. So, yeah, it's something that's really, really important, something that we try to continue to do, and we want to continue to do more of it. Anytime we get an avenue to do some financial education, we want to take it.
I interviewed a member a few weeks ago, a financial advisor, and he was talking about the correlation between mental health and financial health.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my gosh, the two of those together, and so definitely keeping all of that in mind is just so important.
Well, it's true. Most of the time, if you're laying in bed awake at night, it's because you're worried about the next bill. You're worried about your finances in some sort of fashion. And it's a key piece of it. It's a key piece of your entire health. It's a key piece of, everything the family's going through. Yeah, it's really, really important.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia. And then I went back in 2019 and got my master's from Liberty University in Lynchburg,
Yep.
Virginia.
Yep.
Yes.
So you don't have an SEC tie yet?
I do not.
Can we recruit you? I mean, the Gators aren't looking that great this year, however.
I've got a 15-year-old son, and since he was, gosh, I hope he was probably 3 years old. He was barely talking. And he's been a Clemson fan ever since he was little bitty. I tend to follow him. Now, he has been pretty excited about USF this year.
Okay. Yes, aren't we all?
Yes.
And the fact that they're here and they're doing
Yes.
awesome, they're building a huge stadium.
We saw that, so we got the chance to go to a game down at Raymond James about 2 weeks ago. We got to watch them play, actually, the Charlotte 49ers.
Okay, I think I might have been in that game.
It wasn't much of a game, but...
Was that the blow?
It was
Yes, I think I was at that game. I think I left at halftime.
Yeah.
Because it was so good. I was just cheering on Nico Gramatica. That was really and truly all I was there for.
Oh, it was great. My son was so excited to see him play. But we had a great time, and we really enjoyed that game. So much so that we ended up going back. My son was like, "We got to come back down here and now watch the Bucks."
Mm-hmm.
So of course he's a Panthers fan, which we've not had a lot to cheer about over the last several years. So we went down this past weekend, just him and I, and watched the Bucks play 49ers. Great time.
Isn't it?
Great time.
So when you talk about bringing your family to a community, I picked Tampa out in Wesley Chapel. I picked it out. I'm going there.
Yes.
And it's because of all this really cool stuff
Yes.
that we have in the quality of life. And now if we can get your son super excited about USF, and then he stays close to home for college.
We wouldn't complain at all. We've already had that conversation and said, hey, you've got, a 30-minute drive. That's not bad. So, yeah, we were pretty excited to get down here because moving down here, he's getting ready to turn 15. That's a big move.
It is. It's a hard age.
It is. It is. I'm super proud of him. He has just rolled right along with it. He made the comment one day that really meant a lot to me. He said, it's like every day's vacation down here.
Did you move to the lagoons?
No.
I was about to say, because that would be...
No. But he absolutely loves it, which has been really, really good for us. And he's gotten into sports here and stuff. He loves playing basketball. He's gotten into that, and I think he's having a really good time. My wife loves it, and And that's what's important.
It is. And having your dream job in a community that
Yes.
feels good
Yes.
just makes everything, getting up and going to work in the morning, it just makes everything just click. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yes, it just everything feels like a blessing. Every day is just it's a great day. Even the bad days are good days.
Right.
You know, it's
Because
just
the sun's shining
yeah,
and there's no snow.
yeah. I mean, you're happy where you're at. It's a great community. You work with great people. There's nothing to complain about. So it's good.
People ask me all the time, they're like, what is it about Wesley Chapel? Because it's one of the fastest growing
Yeah.
non-cities in the state of Florida, actually in the United States. And I said, we have everything.
Yes.
We have everything that from the airport, which by the way was just ranked #1 today
Oh,
in the
wow.
United States for airport.
Not bad.
I know. I even asked an airline carrier, Copa Airlines came in to visit, and I said, so tell me, is the airport the best one from your perspective?
Yes.
And they said, yes. Legitimately, yes.
Yes.
And so we have the airport, we have the beaches, we have the city. The
Mhm.
city is phenomenal. The downtown Tampa and the Riverwalk. We've got the Bucks, we've got the Rays, we have the Lightning. Wait till you go to a Lightning game.
Oh, we can't wait. We can't
OMG.
wait.
They just started their season.
Yes, we've already been looking at tickets. So that's
Well,
one thing.
put it out there because
Yeah.
we happen to have people who, have season tickets that sometimes need people to go in their seats.
I have to volunteer if we need a volunteer.
So here's a lesson I learned when I first moved here is I got suite seats for on what was the Anomaly Arena.
Yeah.
When my daughter was little, so we went to so many things there, she thought it was actually our box. And then I had to inform her that that is not how everybody lives. So don't go in a suite for your first
Okay.
time.
Good lesson. Good
That's
lesson.
so I'm telling you. Otherwise, you can't ever go back down to up to
Yeah.
the 300s.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
But the arena, Tampa Bay Lightning are phenomenal. It is electrifying. I guess that's why it's called Lightning.
I cannot wait to go because my son has never seen a hockey game in person.
Oh my god.
I had the chance to go see one in D.C. We went and watched the Capitals last year. It was an absolute blast. Not a huge hockey fan until you get to go see it in
Correct.
person. And oh my gosh, then you're like, oh, this is amazing.
The first one I saw, I thought I was going to get whiplash from
Yes.
trying to watch it, and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to watch it on the big screen up there.
Yes, there's so much action going on. It's just amazing. Yeah, you really get an appreciation for it when you see it in person.
Yeah.
So we can't wait to go.
Well, you have so much to look forward to. Like I said, your team is phenomenal. Great ambassadors of your brand. What do you guys have on tap for growth and next? Any juicy secrets you can tell us?
Probably not anything that would shock anybody. It's the biggest thing for us right now is keeping up with technology.
No.
Technology, especially in the financial financial space, is moving so fast. And as soon as you get something in place, there's something new. And I think everybody sees that with all the rise of fintechs and everything. So we want to work on our technology, make it easier to do business with us. We want to continue to figure out ways to expand our footprint, how we move out, how we serve those members. And we want to continue to do financial education. We want to look to find more members to serve. Just we want to grow and doing what we have done historically over 70 years. We turned 70 in December. So that's a pretty amazing, mark. So 70 years, we want to continue that and continue that personal service while we continue to grow. So,
A little community with less than 1,000 people has a credit union that's 70 years old.
yeah, it's amazing, and I think it calls back to all the great work that's been done over the past 70 years, and just staying true to who we are. We have our core values posted on the walls. It's everywhere you go, and we just really try to put those into the organization constantly. Talk about those so we can stay true to what we're supposed to be doing, and just watching out for our members, treating them like family.
You're speaking my language. I have our core values on our window out there, and I don't know if people know that those 4 words are our core values. But I want the outside world to know what we're all about.
Absolutely.
And I love it when an institution or a business goes back to that. I saw a really cute reel on Instagram. It was the owner of this huge manufacturing company, the CEO, and they're doing a staff huddle, and he says, I will give this $100 bill to anyone in here who can tell me what our core values are.
I love that.
It was crickets. Crickets. One kid stood up and he said, how long have you been here? He goes, 2 months. Spouted off the core values and he
Wow.
handed him a $100 bill.
How cool is that?
And that was a lesson in culture,
Yes.
in teaching and reminding of your core values as an organization.
Yeah.
And I love when leaders go back to that, and it's basic.
It is, but those things can get lost in the noise of the day, all the craziness and the busyness and everything, and you can start to lose your focus on what's really important. We got to true back to that constantly, and to make sure we're taking care of our members, to make sure we're taking care of each other as employees. That's really important because that will reflect who we are in the community, and to us, that's what's most important.
Well, Steven, we're delighted to have you in our
Thank you.
community. I can't wait
Thrilled
to
to be here.
introduce you around. We have a lot happening in this community, a lot of growth.
Yes.
A lot of hospitals that are bringing 600 new employees, each one of them. Holy cow! So there's a lot. You're coming in at a awesome time and a great opportunity. Stellar organization.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, dream come true, and I cannot wait to see where we go from here.
Well, I'm glad I got the official first interview.
You did.
Look
you
at
did.
this, and my little chatter podcast.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And your first podcast too.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
So,
well,
thank you
you
for
can
having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thanks.
That's it.